Normally I do Gotcha Club shorts, but there was something going on behind the scenes. There was a short I had that was in public for very long. Probably for like 2 to 3 days. It was a Gotcha Club short that was something to do with like an old OC version of myself. I'm letting you know that I'm deleting Instagram soon, so yeah, there's that news. You'd probably guess that something's going. I'm not gonna explain my main reason I'm gonna delete Instagram soon is, but however, I'm gonna mention that it was OC that I had in YouTube that I had for quite some time back in the past, and then moved me updated to something else, so on and so on. With a one of my versions of myself, goth Haley. No, not emo. I found out emo means like, well, emo is more like a very big term. I think. I think emo is a different word from goth. If I'll be honest, no comments if it's the same thing or different, but other than that, that's not what I'm here for this time. And this is only to like make up for the fact that I lost a short. This for the first time I lost a short due to a short being taken down or something like that. It was something I didn't even know was going on. So, um, the way I only sub to YouTubers I just think are interesting or hilarious. I don't sub to people who are very controversial, as in like very bad, or anybody who I know is bad, but when they're not on camera, when they're not recording. So before we get to the video topic today, I'm warning you guys now that I might, post a video this year, and I don't want you guys to just don't send hate or anything. Just let you know, do not trust this YouTuber. B Sizzle. Do not trust him at all costs. Do not. It's something to do with like last year that I haven't told anybody about. It's something that I happen to actually know from a friend of mine. So yeah, but that's not the topic of the video today. But I'm just warning you guys not to listen or subscribe to him. I'm just warning you guys now. Other than that, let's get to what the video actually is, since we're on there. Hinkmaster is not something. And I don't usually talk about TV shows or anything that type of shit normally, because it's not usually in something that I would do for content or something I felt like speaking on my own. But however, I felt like going over like at least some like who I believe are like my opinion are great characters, great tattoo artists, versus the ones that are like very bad at tattooing or their personality is so bad that I just get it. I know that Ink Master is basically more about drama than actually tattoos. And don't get me wrong, and don't mind drama, but there's a certain extent of how much I can handle it. So I'm gonna mention like a couple of the ones I do like, the contestants. Some I don't like, and then like there's like what are better tattooers and what are the worse ones. For at least from the ones I saw, which is this shows me that seasons I saw, the earliest was season 3. The latest was probably season between 11 and 12. I think season 12. Yeah, I wasn't able to see season 13 beyond or season 1 or season 2 because, well, I was able to watch that time. I was busy my own stuff. So now I'm gonna go over who I just which season I just believe are great. And is there any bull crud eliminations? And if there is any, do I need to explain why? Or if it's very obvious, everyone knows in the comment. Or is like, let me explain a little bit. Season 3. Honestly, I don't really remember season 3 that much. I think there was one bullcrud elimination somewhere, but not sure. Is there any contestants I do like? Yeah. One of them was Tattoo Baby. Well, because of her tattoos and just basically someone that is a lot more interesting and entertaining than some characters. Um, Joey is probably one of the best tattoo Ink Master winners of all time, if I'd be honest. Probably the only one I saw that lowered it as, I guess. I didn't watch Ink Master until like I was a teenager and didn't watch any more other than like season 6 and 7 until I was probably between 20 and 21. So, which is last year I was a little bit 20 then 21 majority. So yeah, I'm basically 21. I know the picture of like Country Club tells you that I'm not adult, but I'm telling you I'm an adult. So um, um season 3 is really what I don't like. Not really. Maybe Kyle. Other than Kyle, I don't really have anyone I don't like. Season 4, I never saw the season, but I did get a glimpse of like what tattoos are there, at least a little bit. How many bull crud eliminations winners? Obviously one, and it's I felt bad for the whoever was the first boot because he had a way better tattoo than what's that tattoo I was on? Ronald at the time. Ronald probably had probably the worst tattoo in history, if I'd be honest. Maybe the personality isn't terrible, but tattoo sucks, if I'd be honest. um, there was the lamest excuse I ever heard. Trying to do the gay card when we already know the fact that judges ain't gonna judge you because of your sexuality, but rather only by tattoo. That was pretty weird. It's like, why would you have to? You don't need to show me do the gay card just to like show that you got skill or anything. You know, I'm LGBTQ myself. If I was on Ink Master as LGBTQ and I flipped that hey, I'm pansexual card. Let me get past this round. That we know, I know like that ain't gonna slide because well, it's a competition. It's based on skill. It's not based. Well, sometimes it's not, but at that time, the person pulled out the gay card. Like, you can't hide the fact that the tattoo wasn't great. Like, I mean, season 1 there was a gay contestant, and he went like farther than most of the contestants. Like, come on. If you need inspiration on like how to keep going despite what people say, close back season 1 and don't really say my like the judge at least showed that they're not homophobic at least, which is a good thing. Like sheesh, was, I'm not judging them as a person, just more like it's just more of like personality, less of the. And to be honest, I don't judge anybody by who they prefer being attracted to or anything, any kind of stuff. It's just based. I just rather judge on if it's skill or it's the personality. Like for example, like if you're gonna like try and um, I'm using just definitions. Like for example, you're a you're a bisexual woman and you're looking for a guy who actually is trustworthy. You wouldn't want to be looking for those who are only based on nice, but look at everything else. And you don't want anyone who is great at everything, but their personality sucks. As in, like think of a contestant on Ink Master that you really do not like because of their personality, not because of their tattoo, because of their personality. Think of this. Um, you prefer the person who actually is nice and actually doesn't do anything like cheating or anything terrible nonsense, you know. You just prefer a loyal person, so something like that, you know. Other than that, season 4, I have not seen a lot of season. Well, other than like those couple of those, I generally feel bad for the second boot. If that be honest, well before the actual second boot, but the other one, like I mean, normally I wouldn't say this, but I just rather not be around someone who is a major month older or something like that. You know, I'd rather not be around someone like Hal, to be honest. And yeah, and to be honest, Hal. Season 3, there isn't really anyone I truly hate. But in season 4, I don't like Kyle to a new level. This leads like from not liking the person to like hate. If that be honest, it might be my top 10 most hated, but it's not everyone else's top 10. But and we saw the most like almost physical fighting in history of that be honest as well, which is not great. And it makes some of the judges look worse, so one of them did laugh, so yeah, that's not great. Now, season 5, the first season I actually have watched almost fully. Um, there are a couple likable characters in there, but I think that season's were the most hated contestants I ever seen. Amount of them, about probably about the 5 to 6. I know some of you like Clean, but he was at his worst in this season when it comes to first night and stuff. But tattoos, yeah, he's great, but I mean, just not great. Then you got the only returning Ink person that I didn't like hate before a lot, but now I do, which is Jason's opponent. Well, rival. Two rivals. Absolutely. Well, there is most of the rivals are like either one of them is likable or both of them are. There were a couple that were just one of them isn't likable, which is actually, I think here half is. I mean, a few were like both of them are unlikable, which is I don't like the winner as much on this season, if I be honest. Jason, but his rival was worst, if I be honest, from the two. That group, and right now I'm watching season 5 as I'm talking. So, what a coincidence. If I be honest, who I hate the most on contestant level and in history of it, Ink Master, it would be Clean Rock's rival. I know some people thinking it's just because he's bad at tattooing. No, it's the way he handles things and the way he appears on the show. I really didn't really think much about him first, but then I hate him more than any contestant event. To be honest, like he can flip your switch that towards you from like enjoy at least a little bit of Ink Monster to like you really hate that person right off the bat. And the worst instance was the episode before his elimination episode. That's how bad it was. The saddest to see the first boot ever gone is also there. Because her rival was actually the worst female tattoo artist and well, the most hated female, if I'd be honest. Like the like, this is the way she treated it. The client one time was actually made me hate her over the other female contestant of the Aaron's rival. The reason why I didn't put her up, didn't hate Aaron's rival more than the first Boots rival was because the first Boots rival was just no, like she is really bratty and complaining, and she was very catty. So, yeah. Now head to Aaron's rival. She is right about some things, but I can't agree on everything. The first I disagree with her was towards Angel, if I'm being honest. But Angel's one more like will snitch unless it's actually like something's going on, then it won't. Something like that. The most likable rivals in the season so far is probably Eric and his rival mostly. More hated ones as well in the seasons. Honestly, I don't really have anyone else I would say that I don't like. Most rivals are like even the first rival of both sides being eliminated, and they weren't even much of unlikable right there, to be honest. And I don't mind the second boot either. Though he was a little bit much on the first episode, or like for the right before he was the boot, second boot. See, season 6. If I be honest about who's the worst master in that season, it's Saint Mark, and he's the one I hate the most in that season. He singly makes the season look terrible. Well, everything. I mean, to be honest, season 6 is probably the most like hot favorite season I have, even as a teenager. It's like it's interesting. It's like you don't have like horses are over top or anything. Well, excluding Saint Mark and his apprentice. His apprentice is probably the worst tattoo artist on this season, while Saint Mark is probably the most hated in that one. Like Saint Mark is probably what you probably guess from a like youngest brother aspect that you don't want to have. That describe Saint Mark. No. Um. Um. Also, we have like one of more likable winners as well. So on this season. Well, I'm not part of Ink Master or anything, so just one more thing out there. Someone who never got a tattoo or done tattoos. The same. Season 7 is probably I forget like first couple boots, but there was one contestant I really don't like. Is the early boot with the one with the glasses. The way he was talking was just like sound like he was like complaining a lot. I mean, really wish the second boot wasn't eliminated. To be honest, like he seemed more potential than that dude who was complaining. And then Saint Mark is probably the one I hate the most. Again, to be honest, I would like him more on season 7 than I do with season 5, but still, I really don't like him. And probably we got like the most likable winner in history, which is Anthony. If I'm to be honest, probably the most likable in history to be winning. Not the most likable in history, but you get that. You get that. Season 8, 9 probably is the most confusing season, I'll be honest. Like, there wasn't really anyone I disliked or liked. The team I do like the most, unfortunately, was the first boot. The first like movies ones, and then the most the one like the most that are returned is probably Boba, which is that split up. And I would have to say at that time I'd like JJ at that time. Which team I really don't like. Truly don't. Honestly, I don't really have anyone I don't like, which is probably what made that season forgotten. Now, season 10, if I be honest with who I like the most, it's Little D. Like, that dude tattooed for years, and unlike the other tattoos who've been around tattooing for decades and like kids, he actually was mature. That's what made me like him the most. Who I really don't like in that season, if I be honest, is probably the winner, and maybe consider like not sure. Other than the winner, think I don't think I like Celia as much as he was not on Ink Monster. He seems more chill than he is on Ink Monster. But when it comes to Steve side, not sure. But Team DJ is probably the one with like some most confusing personalities, if I be honest. Lodi, Frank, and the only female on that team, really ones I can tolerate. I don't know why I just see it Sparks as a punchable face, if I be honest. I don't know exactly, but I think it's something he said in the episode he happens to be on. When I'm joining his other contestants. I don't think remember his words, but it makes me not like him. Um, the second boot from DJ's team is just he seems kind of cocky, if I be honest. Yeah, and you already know who I said third. I don't like. Team Steve, not sure. Anthony, I like some of them. Season 11, I forgot what that season's about, if I be honest. If I be honest, I really don't remember that season at all. Can you maybe there's a comment down there that'll mention like what season that is? But I think one of the seasons, about sixes I do remember. Which one I didn't really mention season 8 much is because it was mostly just their own thing. Season 12, Your Hand. It was an interesting dynamic, if I'll be honest. It wasn't. No, the only contestants I did like was probably the two final females, finalist ones. Then male side and to be honest is one of the boots on the dude who had probably tan skin, brownish black eyes with brown hair, and displaying him correctly, but with a black shirt, like t-shirt, something like that, for what it looked like. Then, oh no, not Battle Sexist. Sorry, that's the wrong season. I don't exactly remember a lot on the seasons, if I be honest. I might be wrong. Sorry, sorry for being off track. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy. Bye.